Hello and happy Sunday, everyone.
Hello,
I'm Mike,
and I'm Maria,
and this
and
is
this is
Talk
Talk
Alley.
Alley. Hi, Mike. How was your day?
Yeah,
Days.
well,
We had a booster.
yes, we had a booster. It was slightly having some effects on us, but
No,
we
not me.
overcome.
He has slight side effects, but
Yeah,
I got it all. Just FYI, what are the side effects of having a booster?
yeah,
We had a Pfizer booster, so
hmm
that was a lot. I had a headache,
yeah. Me also slight headache.
extreme headache. Actually, it's for me. He had headaches,
Mm-hmm.
but I had it worse. So I also had fever, body chills,
Mm-hmm.
body aches, nausea, and rashes. A few rashes
Yeah,
all over my body. So
which is rather
yeah,
rarely, but yeah,
very rare. I'm a rare Pokemon. Yes. But yeah, I'm getting better. No more fever for now. No more a bit of body pain, but not so much as compared to the first 2 days that we had the booster. Right?
yes. And the booster is taking effect in between 7 to 12 days. That's what they
Mhm.
say. So then you are qualified to have the 2G plus.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Yes. So yeah, we're glad that we had that, and of course today, Mike, we're going to have a lot of guests.
yes, but before that, we will try like to give information about the current COVID situation here in Germany.
Mhm.
We reach now above 500 per 100,000 in the population, so this is a new high. Uh, but we still do not panic and try to booster and test ourselves.
Not only booster, some people are still not vaccinated. So
Yes.
we hope that they will be vaccinated soon because we have Omicron
hmm
and they say that it's a lot deadlier.
hmm
And of course, we want everybody to be well,
Yep.
be healthy, and not die, of course. And hopefully, they would change their mind and get the vaccine so that it's less likely to get infected or to die.
Yes.
Yeah. So please do and observe social distancing
hmm
as our rule before. Observe social distancing. Wash your hands. Wear your mask, especially in public places. Please do all those things to protect yourself and your loved ones.
Yes.
So back home in the Philippines, I think we're still very high there, and Omicron's already in Metro Manila.
hmm
That's what I've read in the news today. They're like hitting about 39,000 per day, I think. That's the highest ever. So I wish that the government would do more testing in everywhere. I think mass testing is really still needed, really, especially here in schools. We adopt that they have tests every time the kids go to school. So why? Because after testing, if you do, or you're not vaccinated, you might be asymptomatic. So you
Yes.
might be carrying it around without even having the what do you call this?
The booster.
The no. You can be asymptomatic and you won't have the signs
Yes.
of
Yes. Symptoms.
symptoms, signs and symptoms of COVID-19. So you're just walking around with COVID-19 without knowing it. So hopefully they do mass testing, and now they're trying to figure out if public workers should be mandatory vaccinated because some people they still don't want to be
hmm
vaccinated. And if you're a public health worker, especially, I think you should because you're dealing with other people's lives and you can be asymptomatic yourself and you can infect other people who have comorbidities. So please do understand the situation well.
Yes.
And now we have a lot of guests today, Mike,
Yes, but
representing the youth
Mhm.
sector.
Mhm.
But before that,
Yes, but before that, before we talk to our guest today, this program is brought to you by, of course,
of course,
Multitaskers Language. Do you want to learn a different language?
I always
Yes,
do.
yes, and then check this out. Multitaskers language. They teach German and other European languages. They have courses for adults and kids and teens as well. You can either get one group session or one individual session for free of charge. All the above listed courses are also available as individual tuition. If you are interested, please indicate the course and the level, and also whether you're interested in a course for adults, kids, or teens. And Multitaskers Language will send you personal messages with video, examples of their online lessons, link to their reviews, exact timings, and prices. All materials are written, placement tests, and oral interviews are free of charge. So you can email them via info at multi-taskers.de or via WhatsApp. That would be 0152 For those who are interested, you may check the ad on the TalkAlley page as well. So, Maria, now let us introduce our first guest. Currently taking up communications and social sciences at Mater Salvatoris in Vienna, Austria. She is currently the president of the Young European Network of Filipino Diaspora Austria, YenFit Austria also. She is the product of a Bicolana Sambuangueño union born in Austria, a typical Austro-Pinay actively involved in the Filipino community. She is also the Assistant Secretary of Bicol Society Austria, BSA, a member of the Philippine Austrian Cultural and Educational Society, the United Nations Women's Guild, UNWG, Vienna International Center Club Filipino, and Green Heroes Austria. Recently, she discovered her interest in prose and passion for poetry. Ladies and gentlemen, Sarah Joselle Rojas. Hello, thank you for joining us today.
Hello,
Sarah.
welcome back to Talk Alley.
Welcome back to TalkAlley, Sarah. You are currently still muted?
Let's unmute her. Maybe
Sorry. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hi, everyone. Thank you, Maria and Mike, for having
You
me.
look back. I
Yes,
like the look.
spontaneous
like-
cut yesterday.
Welcome back to Talk Alley. It's nice to have you back again.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to
Okay.
be here.
Yes. Okay, so our next guest, Mike, she's a graduate of Bachelor of Science in Psychology. She's the coordinator for Kabataan Party List Panay. She's also the coordinator for Defend Panay Network. She's also a radio anchor and news writer for Dampig Katarungan. She's also an executive board member of the International Association of Women in Radio and Television. Ladies and gentlemen, Crimson Sheen, all the way from the Philippines. Welcome to Talk Alley.
Hello, yes, Crimson is currently maybe having signal difficulties, so
Okay,
she was
we'll wait for
joining
Crimson
in.
later.
Yes,
So
yes,
she's going to join us later.
yes,
And,
we're happy
yeah.
to have her. So, and last but not least, born in the Philippines, she moved to the UK in 2013 with her mom and siblings. Graduated from Middlesex University in 2020, currently working as accounts business administrator at Diadem Business Consulting and the representative of YenFit UK. Ladies and gentlemen, Lenny Marie Loveres, welcome to Talk Alley. Hello.
Hello, Lenny. Welcome to Talk Alley. Hello.
Hiya.
Okay, hi. So
Magandang
first,
araw po.
yes. There's a bit of delay.
Yes, I have Crimson here. I don't know if she is able also to join us with
Hi, Crimson.
video.
Are you with us now?
No, doesn't seem like it
Okay.
yet.
So of course it's last but not the least because we're joined by our two very liberal-minded and sometimes what do you call this activists no daughters Kate and Cheska.
Yeah, here we are together now, 6.
Hello.
So yeah,
Yes,
this is so to say the German side of
yeah,
the
representing Germany. So
Yes.
we are represented by Austria,
Hmm?
by UK,
Yeah.
from the Philippines, and of course we have to hear the voice from the youth in Germany as well.
Okay.
So,
So
Mike,
yeah. So
Mike, I'm going to ask you that question. What do you know about pop culture?
well, yeah, pop culture affects society in many ways. The
Mhm.
first and most rudimentary effect of pop culture is how it builds and strengthens interactions with people who are also into the same kind of things.
That's right, Mike. Popular culture or culture, also known as mass culture, is generally recognized by members of a society as a set of the practices, beliefs, and objects that are dominant or prevalent in a society at a given point in time. Popular culture also encompasses the activities and feelings produced as a result of interaction with these dominant objects. So, Lenny and Sarah.
Yes, you're both living in Europe. Sarah was born in Austria and Lenny came here at an early age. What culture greatly influenced you? Let's hear it from Sarah first.
I personally think that Japanese culture has really influenced me. I love reading the language of Japanese and watching them, and it connected me to so many of my friends now, and it made me embrace my Asianness as well. Living in a country with white people, and I just love it, and it connects me to so many people, and yeah, that's what I've been into lately.
Okay. How about you, Lenny?
Hello, Bob. What was the question? Because the
Yes, the
internet's a bit
question is
slow.
what culture greatly influenced you?
What was the
Is it the Filipino culture, the European culture? Is it the Filipino culture, the European culture?
Oh, it's actually both. Both cultures
Mhm.
still in me. I still practice all the Filipino culture, and at the same time, I actually as well do European culture. So it's like 50-50 now as I moved there since 2013.
Mhm.
It's
Oh,
like
that's not
50-50
long
now.
ago,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, but still there, like the kids. Are you also, what German influences have affected you, Cheska? Are
For
you
me,
also, what German influences
slang, I would say. I used to speak very formal to my friends, but now
Mhm.
later on I just kept saying words that sometimes confuses me myself, but it's actually fun to say.
How about you, Kate?
Yeah, I also agree with Cheska with the slang. I usually use slang instead of formal.
Mhm.
And also a few manners, I guess. Like, for example, when someone sneezes, you say Gesundheit. It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't matter who it is. If someone just sneezes, you say Gesundheit.
So
Yes.
the habits, the German habit, you adopted as well. So that's cool. And of course, we were going to ask Shin about. Is she in already?
No, she's not in. She's
She's
probably
also
having
having some technical
Mm.
problems.
Yes.
Okay,
Then
so
we
we'll
move
get
on to the next
yeah,
question.
we'll get back to Shin later
Okay.
when she's there. I was going to ask her if you know the youth in the Philippines, which
Mhm.
is she's representing.
Okay. Then Sarah, tell us a bit about Yenfid.
Well, Yenfid Austria was established in 2017, and I've
Mhm.
been the president since then. And we've supported Enfid Austria's programs fully and have been a part of many of them. The most
Mhm.
recent ones were actually a Filipino festivals parade here in Austria, where we just
Mhm.
went through the first district and were serenaded by Philip Austrian brass band, which was really amazing. Another
Okay.
one was a fashion show, which doubled as a charity event, and we
Mhm.
also did pay a tribute to frontliners there, and it featured a Milan-based designer, which was
Oh,
amazing,
yes.
and our
Really
national
good.
justice were also featured there. Yeah,
Really
and
good.
all our funds were obviously donated to the Philippines to street children in the Philippines through Child Hope. Yeah, and those are the most recent ones, but since Corona, we couldn't really do much yet.
But that's a lot of things that you have done during the Corona already. I mean,
Very active.
yeah, very, very active organization. And of course, how about in the UK? What have you been doing in the UK as well?
Your microphone.
She's muted.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, we'll do it. You're muted, Lenny. We can't hear you. Lenny.
She probably can't even hear us. Lenny, can you hear us? You're muted. Okay.
Lenny,
Okay.
you're muted. Okay. Send her a
Yes.
private chat.
So I think we have.
Oh, sorry.
Great.
No
Okay.
worries.
Can you hear me?
Start
now?
from the very beginning.
No worries.
It's okay. No worries about it. So many technical issues, and of course,
Hello.
in here as well. Okay. So Lenny, you can answer the question now.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
We can hear you.
You can hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So sorry. Yenfid UK is under reconstruction at the minute, so we haven't been active for
not a couple of years, but for a year. And this year we feel like it's a great year to start again, and that's our goal to get a lot of youth to join us in our Yenfid UK.
And there weren't so many programs during the pandemic for Yenfid UK. There weren't so many programs during the pandemic for Yenfid UK.
Sorry?
No, you didn't have any programs because of the reconstruction of Yenfid UK.
Sorry?
So there aren't any. You weren't reaching out to the youth.
Yes.
Is it also because of the pandemic? Is that another factor?
Yes.
Awesome. How's
Yes,
the pandemic in the UK right now?
So it's due to the pandemic. I feel like everyone so busy with their own life that we actually kind of like focuses with our families and then our work. So it kind of like neglected it, to be honest, but we are trying to reconstruct it again as much as we can. So by this year or next year, we can send youths in the Philippines to discover our culture as well.
Yes, that's great.
Okay.
So now Chin is here. Hi, Chin.
Hello, Chin. Can you hear us?
That's great. So Chin is here. Hi, Chin. Is she on mute also?
Well,
Yes, she's also on mute. I can't unmute her. So, hi, Chin.
Can you hear us? Okay, then we will just continue.
Okay, I'll just send her a message.
Yes,
Okay.
so this episode is supported by amazing pure organic barley, which provides you with stamina and vigor to survive long hours of work and play. For inquiries, please contact Miss Jess Esquilio. You may also email her at jess@esquilio.de for more information.
I am Maritoni Fernandez, and we are in the middle of a barley field here in Swan Hill, Australia.
Well, we think we have the best barley in the world because of our clean irrigation water. Water comes from the Murray River, which is a freshwater river. All our drinking water comes from the Murray River too. So it's full of nutrients, and also the climate is perfect for growing winter cereals. Clean, green, certified organic.
Yeah, we're certified with NASA, which is one of the Australian certifications for organic. IAM Worldwide gets its barley grass powders from Herbal, which sources them from us at Nutrigreen, so you're guaranteed the best barley grass powders in the world.
I am truly proud to say that we are now the sole distributor in the Philippines for Nutrigreen barley.
Amazing pure organic barley provides you with stamina and vigor to survive long hours of work and play. For inquiries, please contact Miss Jess Esquilio. You may also contact her at jess@esquilio.de for more information. So we are going to present pop culture trends and talk about its significance or impact to the youth now.
Yes, and of course, if this has caught your attention or had an impact with them personally,
Yes.
yes, we want to hear about it.
Okay.
So, our is Chin there already?
Yeah.
Still
let's
not
see
there?
if that's her, but she is not
Responding.
responding.
Okay,
So,
she
yeah.
must have a technical difficulty and haven't
Yes.
heard from her. So, anyway, so let's show the video.
Yes. Pop culture.
Okay, so number one.
Number one,
What's number one?
Greta Thunberg.
Okay, so I think everyone knows who Greta Thunberg is. Yes. Okay, so Giselle, Sarah Giselle. I gave her entire name. Now, Mike, we have Greta Thunberg.
Yes, we have Greta Thunberg. I'm sure everyone here knows her. Just for the benefit of those who don't, she's a 16-year-old Swedish schoolgirl who has inspired school children in 5 continents to be vocal in drawing attention to the climate catastrophe in process, to collaborate in school strikes, and to demand the adults take meaningful political and personal actions, make and then to make a real change.
Mm-hmm. So, our topic today is youth culture, trends of then and now, like past and the current situation, current trends. So, as I've mentioned before, back in the Philippines, Mike, we have been there. Like Greta Thunberg, we have been campaigning for the same issues in the past.
Yep.
In fact, if you haven't heard, there was a very famous case in the Philippines, the Oposa versus Factoran in 1993. Back in the Philippines, the Supreme Court bravely and courageously gave standing generations yet unborn. It means the generations then and the generations that wasn't born yet. An argument from the creative legal mind of Attorney Antonio Oposa. In this case, Oposa, he was very young. He just graduated from law school, filed a case against their minors, against the Secretary of the Department of Environment and Natural Resources, DNR, then Secretary Factoran. So the minors and Oposa, like for example, Oposa filed a case with the minors and those who are yet unborn against the Secretary of Natural Resources to mandate the latter to cancel all existing timber license agreements. So they were opposed against illegal logging or logging in general because for them it will affect the current and the future generations and the generations who are our guests now. So Attorney Oposa already filed a case for your generation, for all of you. You weren't born yet, but he was already thinking about it, that this licensing for logging will affect the generations who weren't born because 1993 they weren't there yet. No one was there yet. So then he argued and he won. So before Greta Thunberg, a lot of generations already fought for climate change, for the environment. So just for all of you to know. that in the future you think, oh, there's attorney Oposa who fought for us.
Yes.
So
So it has been said over and over that the Philippines is one of the countries most directly affected and damaged by the climate change. Have you heard any of these cases before? How about you, Sarah?
I haven't heard of any specific cases, but I've seen, especially like the pollution is everywhere. You would not find any trash bins on the side, but people would just
mhm,
throw trash in front of their house and burn it, and that's their way of like getting rid of all their trash, basically. And it's a sad thing to see. Um, in a big contrast, Europe or Austria, on the other hand, has really trash cans everywhere. There's you separate all the trash by plastics and papers, and I think we have better progress here, but we're not there yet. And that's why we should all join Green Heroes Austria. It
oh,
really helps promote the environment and really makes us open our eyes on the subject, kind of. And
mhm,
I think that, as Greta Thunberg says, we're not yet there. We all have to make a change, and we all really need to see that it starts with us. We all have to make a change. And yeah.
mhm.
Okay, thank you, Sarah. How about you, Lenny?
Um, in Philippines or in the UK. In the UK, they start to put a lot of like nature um, things in the city because it's always like you can see it before. I think when I came here 8 years ago, it was all buildings, 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 and then they started this year or like last year to start putting nature like trees. They're planting trees actually in the city, and it's quite beautiful, especially in Christmas
Mhm.
time, like last year.
Okay, that's great. So this is for this influence. Was this influence like the one mentioned by Giselle? Was this influenced by the Thornburg effect? Is what they said. It's one of the pop culture now. They have been saying about the Thornburg effect, the Green Austria. Sarah.
Yes. Well, in Austria, after I saw the video of Greta Thunberg, it kind of opened my eyes. I started joining one of those strikes before Corona, obviously. Now they cannot really do that because of,
Yeah.
safety reasons and the restrictions. So what we've
Mhm.
been doing is signing petitions and doing all the things you can do online, you
Yeah.
know, just really bringing awareness to the youth, because I think, especially now during times of Corona, that issue of environment is pushed to the side. Like, it's
Mm.
people forget about it easily, which is sad to see, and which is why we should even always bring this topic up to constantly, kind of. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
So here in German, oh, Chin is here. Chin, can you hear us? Hello?
I see her moving. It does.
Hello, Chin.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello, Chin. Chin?
Now the Philippines seem very far today. That's why
Saying something.
signal is not so too strong.
Yeah.
We'll just move on to the second.
Okay. No, but because Chin works for the environment herself and for the organizations of indigenous people in the Visayas, it would have been a great. Can she's not moving? Oh, she is moving.
Yes, very small, very small. Frames by frame.
Ah, so I can hear you. Okay, she can hear us. Can you speak to us? Can you say something, please? Hello, Chin. Yes, can you say something? No, we can't hear
My
you.
microphone is also not so. Then let's continue.
Oh, no, she's gone.
Okay.
Okay, then pop culture number two.
Yes, pop culture number two would be social media.
Social media.
Okay.
Okay.
So, for Sarah first, what are the top three social media platform that you are using, and why do you use them?
So the top three, actually, I don't have top three, I only have top two.
Okay.
Facebook and Instagram.
Okay.
I usually use Instagram to connect with my friends and Facebook to connect with my family and relatives. So it's more for connecting with my mom, my Lola in the Philippines, and on Instagram it's more friends and just all the stuff I'm interested in.
Yeah.
Okay. How
How
about
about
you,
you,
Lenny?
Lenny?
I think it's the same as Sarah. So I use as well Instagram all the time and
Right.
Facebook
Okay.
For the same purpose, of course.
for the same
How
purpose.
about you, Kate?
Well, I'm also like the other two. So they use both Instagram and Facebook. I also use Facebook to connect with my relatives. And I use Instagram for stuff that I'm interested in.
Yeah, less hassle on Instagram.
Yeah.
How about you, Cheska?
Well, my top three would be definitely Facebook to talk to my grandmother in the Philippines, YouTube to watch baking videos so I can bake for the house and so, and TikTok for just for entertainment and stuff.
Okay.
Okay, so do you think there are disadvantages of social media generally? For you personally, Lenny, are there disadvantages?
Yes, I would say there is. Um, my main concern is always the children. So like I think I have a little sister. She's 8, and she has Instagram, and it's quite hard sometimes to explain things to her. And they see this celebrities, I don't know, or like grown ups that are very daring, and they want to become like them. They want to replicate them. So it's quite, and then they like validation in Instagram or any social media. That's the one that I hate the most, that you get the validation on social media. You don't need to do that to yourself, because as a person you are very very important in the community, you and your family and everyone around you. You don't need any validation from social media.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true.
How about you, Sarah?
I
What do you think?
totally agree with Lenny. This validation that you get from posting online, getting those likes is truly detrimental for someone's health, mental health. And like she said, especially for young kids who cannot really determine what is right or wrong, what standard they should follow, what beauty standard, for example, for girls especially, being compared to those supermodels who most probably Photoshop their pictures. Because at the end of the day, everyone has to realize that most stuff on the internet are fake. You know, you can
Yep.
create this whole different persona without actually having to change yourself, bettering yourself. And that makes me come to my next point, which is fake news, which can be, it just has such a bad impact on society. You know, people use Facebook or Instagram as their as their main source of information. They trust it fully without even looking up on other sites, which is dangerous if
Very
connected to
dangerous. That's
politics
true.
and just to more serious issues. Yeah.
Yes. This is true, especially here. The far right community, they are trying to use these platforms. Like I think most commonly is WhatsApp and Telegram. They use this platform to like mobilize their fellow, yeah, who think that not adhering to the regulations is good to demonstrate outside without mask. And recent news here in Germany is that they are trying to attack schools now, especially teachers. yeah, threatening them with mails. It's not good, really. And the government is going against these kind of yeah, people. And
Violence.
yes,
Yes.
yes, that
It's
violence,
actually a form of
cyber
violence.
violence
Yeah.
is not
Yeah,
good.
cyber.
Also, cyber mobbing, right?
Okay.
Um, yeah. What's your opinion on this, Jessica, with regards to
What are the disadvantages for
disadvantages?
you
The
generally?
disadvantages, well, I have friends who use social media a lot.
Mm-hmm.
There have been two or three predators in my friends' DMs already, and it's
Mm.
really something annoying. And you sometimes you can block them, but
Mm.
there are really a lot, and you can't just avoid them.
Mhm.
Okay.
You can block everything, even if it's a lot, or report to your teachers. You know,
Yes.
you're not allowed to use social, mobile in school anyway. So
Yes.
just report your parents or to your teachers or to an elder that you connect with or you trust.
Mhm.
So there's also the police. You can also
Yes.
report them to the police. That's the most important thing. How about you, Kate? What are the disadvantages of social media for you?
I'd say there is a lot of backlash depending on what you said. Just one bad comment
Mhm.
could affect your social life and social
Yes, of
standing.
course.
Mhm. Yeah,
That's true. A
that's a good
lot
point.
of students are greatly affected mentally. It's also the cause of some mental health
Yep.
issues. Too much social media because not everyone can handle social media.
Mhm.
So there's been a lot of, especially in Asian countries.
Yep.
There are a lot of numbers of suicides. That's
Mhm.
why, for those who are having problems, you can also always call your helpline, so suicide awareness helplines, and you can just search it on the internet as well. But that's one of the advantage.
Okay.
Help can also be given if you need it.
Okay. What are your top three social platforms that you are engaged with?
Of course, Facebook.
Yeah.
um, Economically, because for work I use Facebook a lot
Mhm.
to connect to a lot of people for marketing, for
Mhm. Yep.
networking, for everything. And Instagram, I like Instagram, of course, because Instagram is like my photo album.
Mhm.
I keep memories there, so I like that. And a lot of, there's no more, unlike Facebook, less talk there on Instagram, just post pictures and everything. And my top three, I think it's YouTube.
YouTube. Okay.
I think where I watch movies a lot. So when it's chill
Yeah.
time, yeah, I think the sites where I watch film
Okay.
to relax. So there.
Okay.
How about you?
Me.
Mhm.
Yeah. Also for me, yeah.
What?
Well, recently I watched on YouTube those shorts.
Mhm.
They're pretty funny, yeah. And I like LinkedIn because you can subscribe to engineering stuff and they explain you stuff. So I keep up to date with these
Mhm.
things. And Facebook, I'm not rather active on Facebook. I subscribe to channels and I like the updates that are coming, like IFL Science, for example, or Interesting Engineering. This is something what I like.
Yeah.
Yeah, those things.
Okay. Okay.
Yes,
So
yes. Move on to number three. Of course, K-pop.
K-pop.
Yes.
Okay. So K-pop. Are you a K-pop fan, Mike?
Well, you made me a K-pop fan, so well, yeah. I go with the kids. They also like or are interested in K-pop. So yeah.
Yeah, so I'm a K-pop fan. I'm a 100% K-pop fan. I listen to music. I watch the films. I watch the series. How about you, Lenny? Are you aware of K-pop?
Okay.
So I found my okay. So great. So she understands what K-pop is. How about you, Sarah? Are you
Yes,
also aware of K-pop?
I am a
Mhm.
great admirer of K-pop. I never really got into it, but a lot of my friends have.
Mhm.
They've taken it to another level where they even start dancing, recreating their dances, and then performing them at different events, which is just amazing. So
Mhm.
I just love to see them dance and admire the culture, basically.
Mhm.
Okay. So,
That's true.
so one question also, what's your favorite K series?
Or a K-pop group
Yeah,
or
yeah.
actor, whoever. What comes to mind when we say K-pop?
The actor, my favorite is Lee Dong Wook.
Lee Dong-wook.
He's the
From the
sidekick
Korea.
of the Goblin from the Goblin.
Yeah,
Mm.
he's the death,
The Reaper,
the Grim Reaper,
Grim
right?
Reaper.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
he's the Grim
My
Yeah, I
Reaper.
think
favorite.
everyone got a bit chilly when this name was mentioned now.
Yeah,
So, okay,
he's a Grim.
how about you, Sarah?
Well, I since I'm not really into it, I only know the basics like
Okay.
BTS or Blackpink. I really love
Yeah.
them. And I've recently, I don't know if you count it to K-pop, but I've been watching this reality TV show. I don't know if all of you know it. It's called Singles Inferno.
Oh my
Um,
God,
Oh,
I
so
yeah.
finished
funny.
it. I love it so much.
I know,
Yeah.
right? So please don't spoil it. Please don't spoil it. But
I'm
I'm
not going
enjoying
to
it
tell
so much.
you.
I love the
It's
drama.
fun. You have to
Here
finish
for
it.
it. So yeah.
Yeah, it's really great.
Yeah, it is.
So, okay, how about you, Kate, first? Are you aware of the K-pop culture?
Yes, because you two talk about it a lot.
Okay. Yes. So, favorite series?
I also like the Lonely God.
Okay.
Okay, how about you, Cheska? Of
Well,
course, Cheska and I are armies.
I've been a long time Army fan,
Yeah.
and it was a really nice band. I would definitely say BTS is the best
Hmm.
band in my opinion.
It,
Um,
yeah,
my
that's true.
favorite K series would be "I Love So Beautiful" because it's just high school romance.
And
It's
you can
really
relate to
chill.
it. Yeah. So, Mike, there's a significance. What do you think, guys, are the significance of the rise of the K-pop industry to the youth of this generation? Sarah?
Well, it connects the youth here. That's what I've seen. Like I said, they all come together, different
Mm.
people, different races, and just
Mm.
dance together, are together, and they. I think there's a newfound appreciation for being Asian. There's not as
Yeah.
much hate anymore. They appreciate
Mm.
everything now. The food is totally in. Everyone wants to eat Korean, Japanese, Asian.
Mm.
There's a newfound love for being Asian, basically.
That's true. And before that, there was so much Asian hate around the
Yeah.
world.
Mhm.
Remember? You're attacking Asians and all that. And then the rise of the K-pop industry actually is a good thing for all of us because they started, the young generations. Of course, if the parents hate the Asians, the young generation would defend them. So it was actually a good thing for us. It gave us a positive vibe all over the world.
Yeah.
So it broke cultural barriers and connected, as what Sarah said, it connected this generation regardless of the religion, age, and race, and among others. Whatever your beliefs was, it connected you to the K-pop generation. So that's a wonderful thing. Thank you very much to all, armies and those who admire the K-pop culture.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
now
for me
next.
also the most the series that I like and watch completely is also with the Goblin and Vincenzo. Vincenzo,
Oh, yeah.
Vincenzo. Someone, anyone?
Vincent Shaw, yes, yes.
Vincent.
Vincenzo.
Of course, before I forget, my close friend, Tita Jessica is also a K-pop fan.
Yes.
Hello, Jess. Of course, we talk about K-pop all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
We chat for hours, just talk about one single person, Park Hyunjo or Gung Yu. And yeah, we've seen almost everything on Netflix now. So hi, Jessica. We miss you.
Hi, Jessica.
So the
So,
next
yes, next.
number 4, pop culture. What is it? Mask.
Masks. Yes.
Wearing of mask.
Yes, whether we like it or not, wearing of face masks in public is necessary when it comes to protecting yourselves and, of course, others from COVID 19.
Yes, but Mike, before COVID-19, Asians were already wearing masks.
Yes.
Yes, right? Not even if they were sick, we were already wearing masks.
Yes.
It's a trend. It's part of the culture. Do you agree, Sarah?
Yeah, and probably also because of the high pollution there in comparison to here in Europe. Sadly,
It's true, right?
I always notice it whenever I step out of the plane in the Philippines. The heat hits
Mhm.
me in the face, and I feel like I cannot breathe. But you get used to it, just like you get used to the mask. In the
Mhm.
beginning, it might be annoying, but then you see it's for your own safety, for the safety of everyone around you. And you can, like you said, make it a fashion statement. There's different colors and you can mix and match. And I think, especially in winter, it seems to be practical because it keeps you warm. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
Yes,
yeah, that's true. Keeps
that's
us
true.
warm here.
no mask, yeah.
What about you, Lenny?
That's true. I agree with Sarah as well. It keeps you warm in the face. I can't say it's good. I like different designs of masks as well. I use
Mm,
a lot of different masks. I don't like the boring blue ones.
yes.
Yeah, we've been wearing them now for like a couple of years, so some other
Yeah,
color would be.
so much. I should have brought it here. I
Yes.
had someone gave me that pink kakam pink mask, so pretty.
Yes.
It's so beautiful whenever I wear it. I'm so pink. It's kakam pink, and I love it so much. Yeah, I should have gotten it and wore it today. So anyway, yeah, I think now that we have, it's not just a culture; it's a need,
Mhm.
part of our life now because of COVID-19 and because of the yes, as what Sarah said, of the pollution.
Mhm.
We should at least try to, or the manufacturers, please do an N95 with a prettier N95. Be creative. If you're doing mask anyways, do something about it. Not
Yes.
just make it blue all the time. Doesn't match our outfit.
Might as well change the design.
Yeah, that's true. Be creative. Get more graphic artists for your mask. So,
How about you in this case, Cheska? Are you currently wearing masks in school still, or?
Yes.
inside the classroom.
Inside the classroom, when we have breaks, we go to our Pausenhof. It's like
Mhm.
the break place inside the school.
Mhm.
We are allowed to take out our masks because it's a free space, so to say.
Mhm.
But if we're close to each other, you have to wear your mask or take your social distance.
Okay.
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 Yeah, same with you, Kate. Kate.
Yeah. We also have to obey the rules and
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. So, well, us we're just at home, but in some cases, they also advise, maybe in places where they share rooms in an
Mhm.
apartment, you have to wear masks in common places because I know some people like they rent out rooms. What do you call that here?
Airbnb.
Um, like in one apartment,
Yeah.
rooms are being rented
So
out by
this is a boarding.
something like
Yeah.
a boarding house, a
Boarding house.
concept, right? I forgot the German term.
Like
This is-
Airbnbs.
They gave.
Bigay.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So they advise that they should wear masks in common areas, like maybe or
Yes.
the kitchen, because they're renting out rooms in one apartment.
Mhm.
something.
So, and I believe also in mostly uh, places inside, in Austria, for example, it's also widely spread the 2G plus.
Yes.
Also, how
Exactly.
about how about in the UK? 2G plus also.
Sorry?
Is 2G plus widespread in the UK?
I can't hear you. Sorry.
2G,
2G
2G.
yeah, 2G,
or 2G plus?
yeah.
I don't know that.
Oh,
We don't have.
Like in 2G, you have to wear a mask and you should be vaccinated and you should present that. And with 2G plus, you have to have a test for 24 hours, and you have to present that wherever you go. Is that the same in the UK?
No, it's different. It's like a passport. We download it from the government, and it actually links from the GB from our doctor and then to the government. It's a long story for that, and then you can use it for domestic and for travel. So if you want to go to clubs or restaurants or whatever crowded places, you need to have that, and you have to be vaccinated and have a booster as well.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But clubs are open in the UK.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my god.
So I'm surprised. I'm like mind blown. Clubs are open in the UK. What? What's going on here? So there's no COVID there anymore.
There is.
There is. But what happened? I mean, why are they open?
Also
I'm
open
not sure
here.
they all feel
Um,
offer to our prime minister. I would say that it's
Okay.
really up to them for their decision.
mhm.
Mm.
But that's why I'm surprised as well that clubs are open. Like
Yeah.
they're open since August until now. But you all need the passport, like the legal passport, to show the um or the clubs so that you can enter freely.
Okay.
Wow, because like the K-pop night in Frankfurt, and they have like an event, a really big event. They've just canceled it. Most of the events in Frankfurt was just recently canceled, and they're closed. Everything is closed now because of the Omicron virus.
Yes.
So everyone's being cautious, and that's why I was surprised that the clubs are open. And in the Philippines, I think they also allowed the red alert or red sign. I don't know what the term is, but plus red countries are now allowed to go in the Philippines, which
Okay.
is absurd actually, because even vaccinated people are reprimanded to go out because of Omicron, and even those with booster. And now you allow people coming to the Philippines coming from places with high Omicron cases, which is crazy. I don't know what's going on there. So anyway, so we go to the and Chin hasn't joined us ever since.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
know the Philippines has technical issues, and that's really sad because she was supposed to share a lot of input today. So now we go to our last and final pop culture.
Yes. Number 5. Cancel culture.
Cancel culture. So cancel culture. What do you understand of the cancel culture?
You first, Sarah.
I think Kate mentioned it briefly before. It's when you put out a comment and then you get backlash for it, and you're basically canceled from the internet, which, like you also said, Maria, can be detrimental for someone's mental health because I don't think people really know when they write a nasty comment about you what it does to the person who's on the receiving end, you know? And cancel culture is such a toxic thing because it's almost irreversible, you know? Once you're canceled from the internet, there's almost never a comeback, which is why we should get rid of it. But, it's hard. It's not really realistic either. So, yeah, that's my view on
Okay.
it.
How about you, Lenny?
Cancel culture should be the same. I mean, what I understand is not very open minded to the new cultures that's coming up and just staying on your comfort zone. So you just want to live on the same culture as soon as possible. Like you're not very open to any new ideas, new opportunity that could actually help you grow as well as a person, as a person in a community, and in your family as well. So I think cancel culture should stop. That we should be like very open minded to every new ideas, culture, and opportunity, because you might know that it will help you in the future.
Hmm. So, just a bit of the history of the cancel culture. Cancel culture started in 2014 with the Me Too movement. You've heard of the Me Too movement, right? Sarah, Lenny, have you heard of the Me Too movement?
I'm not sure. I'm not
No,
sure about the
no.
Me Too
Okay,
movement.
anyway, so the Me Too movement is an effort to affect social change. It was organized primarily through social media. So they start in social media and they use the hashtag Me Too. For example, if someone was being bullied, everyone will use the hashtag Me Too. I also experienced that. It's like to help victims, the victims of bullying, victims of rape, victims of abuse, that they are not alone. So that's how cancel culture started actually. So now it also, like last year, Cheska, who were like top three famous canceled like
Um,
last year.
Ellen DeGeneres.
Yeah, Ellen DeGeneres. She was canceled last year because I
She
think the workplace was very toxic,
yes,
and there
she
were
was bullying the
staff. Yeah, the
yes.
staff, right? Yeah. Who else were canceled last year?
But don't, does someone else come
J.K.
in mind, Kate?
Rowling.
J.K. Rowling,
Okay.
Harry Potter author J.K. Rowling, last year was canceled. The support was, really strong because she was talking about things against the LGBTQA community. Yeah.
Specifically trans people.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So we're saying a lot of things about the trans people. So it's like rectifying the wrong things of some people. Like the Weinstein, no?
Yes.
Weinstein is a producer and filmmaker who has been said abusing a lot of Hollywood actresses. So he was also canceled and now jailed. Is he still alive? I'm not sure. Did he die? I'm not sure. Anyway, so there's a lot. So if you were given an opportunity to cancel something, Lenny, what would it be? A person or a movement or something? What would be your cancel? What would you cancel?
Can it be like from our Filipino culture?
Yeah, sure. It can be our very toxic culture. Which part?
For me, um, being, I mean, the not being, I mean, I do respect elderly, but not being able to explain your side, that would be the toxic that needs to be
Yes,
handled for me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
not being able to
Yeah,
reason.
that's also good. Yes, right. And it should be on the other way as well.
Yeah.
Ironically, we actually want them to speak out. And what if the kids doesn't speak? So that should be canceled too. You should talk to us. How
I
about
mean,
you, Sarah? What would you want to cancel?
well, I agree with Lenny.
Yeah.
I would want to always be able to reason out, but at the same time,
Mm.
you also have to show respect to your elders. So there's always a fine line between disrespect and respect. But what I would want to cancel personally is the corruption in politics in the Philippines, for
Definitely.
example.
That, yeah.
Um, yes, and I think it's really important, to make a change, to be a better country, to just evolve as people, as society. So yeah, that's what I would want to cancel.
How about you, Cheska? What would you cancel?
I would definitely want to cancel fake news
Yes.
because it's just everywhere and everyone just misinformed and then you start arguments and it's just really toxic and annoying.
Mm.
Yes.
It's true. How about you, Kate?
I definitely would like to cancel all the people that spread this fake news
Mm.
and protest over masks and vaccinations.
Yeah.
So, Fidenkas.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, I love that. Of course, you have to protect, especially our frontliners. They're they're the first people who are like they're in the front, and a lot of people died because of frontliners died because of COVID-19, and we should learn from that already. And some people are just so hard to talk to, just listen to the experts. My God. Anyway, how about you, Mike? What would you cancel?
Well, yeah, everything was being taken already, like fake
Just no
news, fake
competition.
news, and then corruption. What would I like to cancel? I'm not so sure.
You're not so sure.
You
What?
know, yeah, those things, of course, would have taken. But what would I like to cancel? And that doesn't really come in mind. I'm all, but maybe those weird videos. There are some videos I would really like to not have in not have in YouTube Shorts or in the Facebook. I think this is also Shorts, Facebook Shorts. They're not fun. Like the ones where you watch the video and they're trying to solve it, but they're not solving it at the end.
Oh
You
my
watch the
God.
video for 5 minutes,
Yes. So
and this
frustrating, yes.
5 minutes of my life. Why did she do that? Yeah, that is really cancellation
That's
worthy.
clickbait.
Yeah, that's clickbait. Yes.
You just yeah. Anyway, so me, what would I want to cancel? So there's so many actually toxic things in the Philippines that I want to cancel, like political dynasty. Yeah, I want to definitely cancel that.
Mm.
Especially, yeah, because political dynasty is like a disease. Everyone in the family just, grab to the power, wealth, and the opportunity given to them by their elders and not work hard on anything else. They don't have jobs anymore. They just go into politics, and that's how what they do in life now. They train the young generations to become politicians, and that's it. Basically, just wait for taxes, and they don't do anything. You see it in social media. I see friends, my personal friends, who are in the political dynasty, who are just living their lives. Eating steaks during the pandemic. Well, at the back of their house, there are a lot of starving people. No, literally live outside their backyards. There are like a lot of poor people outside their backyards, and they're celebrating. And that's just people, they volunteer to be, the public servants, but they don't do it. They don't do anything to improve the lives of their constituents. It's just so sad. So I want to like really cancel or crush political dynasty if it's possible. That's one thing. It's very toxic in our country. There's also the toxic culture in the Philippines where you are in debt of someone. You owe someone because someone helped you and your family owes them. You are in debt to someone. No, it shouldn't be like that. Or your parents. You were brought up and you're in debt for eternity. But others abuse it, and others also are really just giving it unconditionally. But it's also toxic and for some people. What else? The Mariteses of the world, the chismosas and the chismosos, those people who just want intervene with the lives of other people. Mind your own business. That's a very toxic culture. So if you have nothing good to say, just don't say
Don't say it here.
it. Exactly. Those are the Mariteses of the world now. So they're very, sometimes they're very, no, there's no point. There's actually no time that they're insignificant. They're always insignificant. So just mind your own business. And
Exactly.
yeah, use facts when you say something to other people. So those are the cultures that I want to cancel more actually, because the Filipinos, wherever they are, all over the world, they bring those cultures. Very toxic, and they should leave it at home. They should cancel. Sometimes when I hear or see that people, Filipino people, are actually in politics here in Europe or in the US or Australia, they're joining politics now. I'm really, really scared for that country. I don't know the background of those politicians, but I pray every night. they don't bring the toxic culture that we have in the
Yeah.
Philippines to those first world countries. I don't want those countries to suffer. Yes, and they should leave all those toxic culture behind.
Yes.
So, actually, the ones they also mentioned, we were supposed to ask them that in a culture that teaches its people to respect their elders, must one still show respect in a case where the elder is unworthy of being respected? Sarah mentioned that she wants respect, equal respect
Yep.
coming from her. If you want respect, you have to respect her as well. So it doesn't matter if you're of the same age. If you're an elder person, please give respect where respect is due, so that you also get the respect that you want. And yeah, that's basically it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and that's it for today. Thank you, everyone, for being with us today and on the show.
And
Yes.
of course, we want Sarah and Lenny to say what they want to say to their family and friends and for their organization. Okay. Lenny, first, you do it.
Hi everyone, I'm from Manfred UK, and I would like you guys to join me in our Yanfid UK. Please message me. My Facebook is Lenny Marie, and also in Instagram Marie Lenny. So just let me know. We can actually arrange meeting with our consultants from Enfid as well.
Yay! Yes, Yenfid UK. Woo! Join Yenfid UK now, and they're reorganizing everything in UK, and they're going to be do
Yes.
more now, even during the pandemic. So they're reorganizing everything. So we expect a lot in 2022 for Yenfid UK.
No
Yay.
pressure.
Okay.
Okay, and now Sarah for Yenfid Austria.
Okay, so to all the youth out there, whether it be in Austria, Europe, or all over the world, I just want you all to stay involved, embrace, love, and own your Filipino-ness, and just stay true to yourself. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you for
And of
these
course, to
inspiring
Kate and
words.
Cheska, thank you for being with us today and maybe to the next episodes as well. Thank you for representing Germany and the Filipino youth here in Germany. So thank you, everyone.
Yes.
Thank you. Hope to have you again here on
Yes. See you next
TalkAlley.
time. I'm Mike.
And I'm Maria.
And this is TalkAlley. Bye.
Bye.